Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Peter here, and I've been trying to get this video going for a while now, and I've been playing around with a lot of things. This is the gold mirror off my 1995 S500, the one that we're using as a parts car, and this one is fully working on the car, no issues. The black one that you see here, well, that's a whole other story. I literally have spent the last hour taking it apart, thinking I could fix the wiring. I'm going to show you guys real quick. I finally figured out how this whole thing comes apart, and I'm going to do a video using the gold one on how to do that. This whole part is going to come apart, so we end up with just the casing. So if you're looking to get your mirror gutted, maybe you bought one that's a different color and you want to get all your pieces put in yours without having to paint, because you got to paint the inside and so forth. This is the way to do it. But back to the black one, as you guys know, I've had many issues with this thing blowing fuses. I hook it up, the AC fuse blows, and I disconnected the heater thinking that's what it was. The thing was smoking the other day when I finally got it working, right after I made that video. And mounted up underneath this mirror, this is how the wiring looked. So I don't know how this thing didn't catch on fire. I mean, if you look down here, this is the wires that I could see coming off the end cap. Not bad. There's one wire in there that's a little frayed, but on the other end of that is literally no casings for the wires. The wires were just basically burning up on each other. And that's just bad wiring. So Mercedes is known for that in many pieces. Guessing that's what happened with this. And then I had a second and a third issue. But the second issue was, this is the part that the mirror rides on. The pivots were broken, the left and right pivots. So up in here, there's a piece that broke off. And the gold one is perfect. So we're going to go to the gold one. So now that I was able to do this off camera, I'm going to show you guys on camera the steps to do this. And I'm sorry about the weird angle. I'm trying to set something up, and I just couldn't get a good angle, but hopefully I can show you guys everything. You're going to need basically a T10's Torx bit, and that is only to take off this part here. But first I'm going to show you, to get the thing off the car, which I'm showing in other videos, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. And if I turn this around here, there are, if you fold the mirror in like that, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 screws. And then on this inside part here, there is a plug that comes off from the car. So very nice. You can detach it from the car, and you can see the wires here. These should have a cover over them. This is the gold one. This one's working great. I'm not sure why that's off. Maybe they did have an issue in the past and they fixed it, but I don't see any new wires in there. So we've tested this already on the car and know that it works. So on to how you do this. So you're going to want to get yourself a flathead screwdriver now. So Phillips head to take off your 3 screws here. A Torx bit is going to take off your wiring harness, which this has the rubber gasket. We're going to use all of this on that black car. But first, right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you pry off this mirror. So I used a flathead. This is the only part of this that I could find online, and they recommended using like a trim piece remover. And there's 2 little clips in here, so you're basically going to pry this up slightly and pry it around each edge, and you can feel these, you can see and feel little clips. You're going to want to pop those up. Once you get this off, you'll feel it snap apart. The funny thing is the black one actually was glued, and I might end up doing that just for extra security on this one. You open this up, and awesome thing is these wires are in great condition, and if you look right there, you're going to see that's where the heater goes to the mirror. So we're going to wiggle that loose, and that should just pop right off like that. And that allows us to, you see right there, that's the prong, that allows us to separate the mirror right off of that piece. So that's that step there. Now we can see in here, this piece is nice and sturdy. It's not moving. That means that our gears are really good. The balls are in place on there. And there's 3 holes. Okay? And in those 3 holes there are Phillips screws. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this flat and take those Phillips screws out there. actually Torx bits. So on the black car, somebody put it back together with Phillips. So somebody definitely had that apart. I greatly apologize about that. All right, the joy of doing these things live. So now I found out there is a T10 Torx bit in there. I went ahead and got a different driver to get those off. You're going to want something a little bit longer. And now I've got that off. And you can see it's a little dirty in here, but the wiring is really, really good. So there's a little attachment right there. And make sure you knock your screws out of there so you don't lose those. We're going to set those off to the side. Right there you can see a wire attachment. Really, these things are really easy to get off, but sometimes they've been out for a long time. You just got to wiggle them, as you saw me do there, until it pops off. And we want to hold on to that piece and make sure we know which one that is, because our other one is damaged. Now, back to our other Torx bit area here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my other Torx bit driver, the one that I had originally. And we're going to go ahead, that's a T10, like I said. We're going to go ahead and take that little screw off. It is a unique screw, so make sure you set that aside. It's not very long, so it should come right out. And this whole part here should start popping loose here. That's your gasket there. Oh, this one had the broken gasket. That's why we're going to go ahead and replace that. So that loosened up our wiring there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically pop this loose. There is a, so that's going to basically remove this entire assembly so we can slide that into our new piece. So down in here, hopefully I can get some good lighting, there is a, let me see here. If you look down here, there's a spring. And we're going to pop loose that spring. I really want to see if I can get some good lighting and focus in on that, because it's very important. That's the main thing. That is the only thing holding that in, is a little bracket here. And you're just going to take a flathead. All right, guys, so I moved in some better light so you can see this piece that we're supposed to pop off. Now, this is flat. So what I was trying to do earlier was pop it from right here so you can see that piece we're trying to pop. And what I had to do was stop the recording and hold this up with both hands. And if you can see right down there, there's that metal bracket. Let me see if I can get some real good lighting. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. It's a bar, a thinner bar, not that thicker one right up front, but the one behind it. And it has a little clip that it's hooked onto. And if you push a flathead into that, you can pop that loose. And let me show you what that allows us to do now. What that's going to do is allow us to basically pull this apart here, just like that. And I just did that live, so I wasn't 100% sure that that was going to come flying out like that. But I know the black one, after many pieces, broke off. So that leaves us with just the casing. So for those of you looking to swap out casings, that's going to help you out right there. And let me see if I can get some better light on that metal bracket piece that's basically up under here. You see the two little clips, and what that does, you just have to reach down in there, and it hooks onto basically these plastic pieces here, and holds it in. So those get popped out. Now I'm going to go ahead and basically take my black piece here and one-handed slide our working piece into here. Let me get our wires through. That's going to be for, so that's it right there. It slides in. Now, if I can get you guys some good lighting, you can see that metal bar. You're basically going to slide that metal bar. There's a plastic clip down there. You can see just barely in the video if I zoom in on that. And you're going to snap it right over that. I'm going to try to snap some pictures and do a drawing for you, or show you guys exactly what the piece looks like. And hopefully this helps you guys out, because I searched everywhere for a video. Now what I'm going to do is, so this is the mirror that came out of the black car. What they did was they put some double-sided tape. I think the owner of this car prior to me got duped. He went in, wanted his mirrors checked out. They weren't working right, and I found out that it was a that relay switch that was bad. But I think they swapped them out for a mirror that had bad wiring in it, because it was just a mirror. It looked like a mirror that was taken apart and put back together when they realized it could not be fixed. And they probably found had a black car there that they swapped out and took total advantage of this guy. And I feel really bad because he never knew. He drove it around without the usage of mirrors. We're bringing this car back to life. Once again, my name's Peter. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. It helped me out a lot being able to take apart a completely broken piece and now fixing it with what we have as our parts car, basically. And I'm going to be selling that car off with great engine transmission at the end of all this. Try to get it all back together. Let me know if you guys want to see anything. I hope this video helped you guys out a lot. Comment below, like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel right now so that I can do a lot more with it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.